Hello friends, I am so excited to bring you my first yoga class from my new house. We just bought a home and I'm going to apologize ahead of time because it's very echoey in here today. We don't have any furniture yet, which is why I get to use any of these spaces in the future. Hopefully it'll get less echoey as we bring in some rugs and more furniture, and I'll be exploring different places from the new house. I have another creative yoga sequence for you. We'll start with a warm-up flow. We'll do the class flow. We'll repeat that middle section and add on the final piece of the flow. Meet me in a comfortable seat. If you have tighter hips, you could start on a block and then we'll ditch the block when we get to some of the drill work. All right, let's get started. Come into a comfortable seat. Let go of your distractions around you and in your mind. As you ground into your sit bones, rest your hands in your lap. Palms can be down or up. Take a little bit of a lift through the crown of the head. Close the eyes or gaze towards your mat. Allow your shoulders and elbows to fall away from the head. Soften through your forehead, eyebrows, jaw, and tongue. Come into this moment, listening to our bodies moving intuitively. There's no right or wrong. We're going to see what feels good from pose to pose, where we can deepen, maybe where we need to modify. Allow the breath to guide you. We're going to start some deep breathing and then we'll get into some movement. Start with some inhaling and exhaling through the mouth. Inhale deeply. Big sigh out. Inhale. And exhale. Perhaps an Ujjayi pranayama breath. Inhale. And exhale through the nose. Listen to the sound that makes, engaging through the core as you shrink and knit the ribs. Inhale, expansion. And exhale, constriction, engagement, shrinking in, feeling the throat, listening to the sound, and engaging your core muscles, bringing that heat internally. Couple more cycles on your own. You could count to 3 or 4, or just try to match the breath with the feeling. Finding the edges, the top and bottom of your breath. If your hands are flipped up, go ahead and flip them down, resting on your thighs, and we'll start some circular cat-cows. Really intentional, moving 3 times to your right. Exaggerating the movement, sending your chest forward, squeezing your shoulders back, and then your chest back. When your chest moves back, squeeze the core muscles, and then reverse that. Squeeze the back, squeeze the belly. And meet me back in the middle. We'll do the same cat-cow with your elbows out, cactus dip. And then squeeze, curl in. You can bring your palms towards each other or your pinkies to touch and kind of hang. Or bring your hands towards the ground. Inhale, heart opens, tilt the tailbone. And curl around the spine, maybe drop in towards your mat. Inhale, arms up all the way. Take a gentle twist to your right. You can use your back and sides of your leg for leverage. Sitting up tall and rotating. And the other way, inhale up. Exhale, twist. Grab your outer thigh and small of the back as you lengthen and rotate. We'll float into some lateral bend. Stretch your right arm up and dip it over. And that same idea of flossing, elbow back, cactus, and cross for 3. Open, and turn. Maybe straight arm this time. Reach behind you, open the chest and shoulder, and reach across. Switch, left arm tall, bend it over. Your head can fall heavy too. And then that elbow flosses back and forward. Moving through that water, activating your muscles, finding your edges with your breath. One more, maybe straight arm reaches behind you. And exhale, bring it across. And come back to that seat. All right, we're gonna remove the block here. Sit back, and we'll bring your feet to touch in a little butterfly. Baddha Konasana. Can you grab your ankles or your feet? Use your elbows to pry your knees apart. And you can take some bounces, or just let gravity take over as you release the head forward. Use your elbows to pry those knees. And lift it tall. We're going to try to lift our butt off the ground. It might not happen for you, but just reach into that fold, arms forward, weight forward, and see if you can maybe hop off of your butt. And if you do catch a moment, you can try to balance there for a couple seconds. Shift, start to engage your core muscles, and just a practice of shifting balance, of countering balance. And come on back. All right, some butterfly stacks. Go ahead and stack your right knee over your left. Actually, the first time, maybe you try this with your hands down. Stacking knees, opening knees. Stacking left knee over right. And pry the knees apart. Right over left, twist and stack. Press into those fingers behind you. And then we'll try this without hands, so a little bit more core. Twist, you can reach away from the knees. Butterfly, stack, and then twist away from the knees. Couple more. Open, nice little stack and twist. Open, exhale, stack and twist. And come on back. All right, we're gonna take our right leg up and just kind of walk up to wherever you can. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, you're gonna keep the knee bent, or don't worry about how high the leg is. But go ahead and take some breaths. Maybe you try to bend and straighten and see if you can get a little more space. You don't have to reach your foot, but wherever you are, think about engaging your quad and hip flexor and finding a little bit more length through the hamstrings. Then we're gonna see if our strength, our mobility can take over. Let go of that leg. It might drop a couple inches. You might have the strength to hold it there. Hip flexor, tap leg up and down. Quad, hip, and your core muscles take over here. Lift and lower, 4. Squeeze for 3. Squeeze for 2. Stay up on 1. We're gonna step over the left foot. And that same idea of trying to rock your shoulders and head forward and lift your hips and butt off the ground. If you are able, you'll get a moment at the top where you can get a nice calf and ankle stretch, and you can rock there and play with that. Maybe on your tippy toe, tap your knee, rock back to your heels, sit back on your butt. Just explore what you can do here. It might feel good to stretch your toes, your ankles. Good. Rock back and forth. And then we're going to sit on the left heel. So swivel your knee forward and you'll be in a crouching position, sitting on your left heel with the right knee bent, standing and lowering. So this is like a shrimp squat. We're going to lift it up. Keep the left toes tucked so you get a nice stretch on the top of your foot here, and then crouch it back down. This might not work for everyone, so you don't have to come all the way to the ground if it doesn't feel good for your knees. Maybe only just do a little squat or come all the way down to the crouch position. One more time, lift it up. This time we'll hug the left knee into the chest, bind at the shin, one-legged Tadasana balance. And you can flex your toes up to counter stretch the pointed toe stretch we just came from. Take a breath. Can you let go of your leg? And again, hold the knee in place, hip flexor strength. Shiva, curtsy, left knee behind right, plie to a little one-legged squat. You can bring your hands on your quad and try to kick your leg lateral abduction. All right, so we have curtsy, and then we have abduct. Two more, fire hydrant, curtsy, and that fire hydrant. Oh, if you fall, that's okay. You're gonna take that leg to the side and come back the way you went in. Curl your hamstring and come all the way down to crouch. Okay. Now, sit behind your heel again and stretch your right leg lateral. You're in this half tree. We're gonna side bend to your right toes. Take a breath there. Left hand to the side of your hip, kneeling side plank, sweep your hips up. We're gonna do that 2 more times, and we're gonna shift where our hand lands each time. So side, back, and then behind you if you can. Side stretch to the right. Now hand a little bit more diagonal, hip lift, getting the front body stretching, a little back bend. Sit, side stretch to your right toes again. And this one, if it feels good, you could try to reach the hand behind you, and again, get even more of a back bend. Like a kneeling wild thing. And sit. All right, both feet come back to the butterfly. That is the warm-up flow. We'll do that one more time. Go ahead and fold it in. Use your elbows to pry your knees apart. Use the weight of your head to fall deeper into your fold. And again, just a playful trying to lift. Playful little hops off your booty. If you get that moment, you could try to hold it on the side edges of your feet, on your pinky toe edge. Lift, balance, and sit. Your butterfly stacks. Let's stack over. Left over, right. You can use your hands for a set if that feels easier, or right into the balancing ones. Twist, stack, open. Use your outer hips to pry the knees apart, and then your inner thighs and your obliques to stack and press down. One more time. Twist and straddle here. All right, your left leg's gonna come up wherever you can, whatever you can grab onto, whether it's down, low, behind your knee, or you have more space to walk up towards your ankle or your toes. And just explore the breathing, bending and straightening, engaging and releasing. No judgment. Don't worry about what it looks like. Everything is an exploration of how it feels for you. All right, as we let go of the leg, maybe you keep it in the same place. Maybe it drops a couple inches. Now taking over with some taps, heel down, toes up. You can flex and point or just lower and lift until you feel your core, quad, and hip flexor. Really take that action forward. 3, fight for it. 2, here's 1. We're gonna step over. You might pull your right heel in a little bit more. Step your left foot over and practice shifting off and on your butt. Good, so rocking, maybe eventually bringing it into a toe stand knee tap, rocking back into your heel and sitting. You just explore. Stretching feet, ankles, calves, high-low with the hips. Eventually, we're gonna lift, turn our right knee forward, and then sit on your right heel so we can start to lift and lower. Remember, it helps to counterbalance by pulling the weight of your shoulders forward and then coming up. Ooh, keep the top of your foot curled under If it doesn't feel good, you're not coming all the way down. 2 more. And then this one will stay up. Lift. One-legged Tadasana, pull the right knee in, grab onto the shin, little bicep curl, and then little flexing toes to counter stretch that right foot. Can we let go and keep the knee high? Shiva, cross your right knee behind and curtsy. Your hands can rest on your quad, abduct right leg to the side. It's a fire hydrant, lateral lift. 2 more. Curtsy, fire hydrant, curtsy, ooh, lots of wobbles, normal, and fire hydrant. Pull that knee in, hamstring curl, and come back down the way you went in, into the crouching position. Sit behind your right heel and stretch your left leg to the side. Turn this little half tree, side stretch to your left. Connect to the breath. Your right arm is going to go sideways. This one will be more of a kneeling side plank, hip lift. Sit behind your right heel, stretch to the left. Now this one, right hand more to the diagonal of your hip, lifting to the 45. Sit, sweep towards your left toes. And finally, swinging, maybe this time your hand behind you, more of a back bend, like a kneeling wild thing. Come through seated, slip your hands in front, and go ahead and meet me in tabletop. Coming to the middle of your mat, spread your fingers, rock over those fingers, get those hands ready to bear weight on them. That was your warm-up. I'm going to do a little bit more stretching, fingers backwards, and then our class flow. We'll start shortly. Prepping out the wrists, maybe palms upside down. This is a great counter stretch. You can blink your fingers or make little fists and open. Beautiful job. All right, spread those fingers. Elbow crease forward, tuck your toes, lift your knees. We're gonna do some twists, bounces and twists. So bounce, and then twist your knees from right to left. Try to stay low. Right, left, right, and left. Nice work. Bring your knees down and stretch back into extended child's pose. We're gonna snake 3 times into different positions. And the first one's gonna take us to some cobra push-ups. So what a snake is your arms are extended, you're gonna hover your elbows, and then each part of the body's gonna slither forward. Your face, pull your neck through, pull your chest through, and then your belly hits the mat. Keep your hands where they are. Little back bend, upper body strength pulses. Keep your hips and pubic bone down. Only lift as high as it feels safe for your back. 1 more. Lift and then pull yourself back to the child's pose. This time we're going to snake into some locust back extension lifts, no hands. Snake through, upper body strength. Slither, put your belly down. Now fly. Do some big lifts wherever that is with your breath. Squeeze upper and lower back. Hold this one. And press yourself back. Extended child's pose. The last one, we're going to go into upward facing dog and down dog. So snake on through. Take your time. Use that strength. You can tuck your toes or keep the top of your feet down, whichever you prefer. Up dog on toes or top of your feet down. Shoulders down, heart through. Big front body stretch, back bend. Now downward facing dog. Right, shake out your head. Pedal out your feet. Spread those fingers. Anchor yourself down. As you imagine pushing your mat forward, stretch your chest towards your toes. You got it. You could do some cat And cow, round into the fingertips, rock back towards the heels. Beautiful job. All right, we're gonna start our flow here. If you do need a moment to come into the knees, take a sip of water, shake out your hands, feel free. We are gonna need some space on the sides of you. And I should have mentioned, if you want a block for revolved half moon, that might be helpful. So let's take a sip of water, take a moment, or you're in your down dog, taking some breaths there. All right, knee and downward facing dog. We're taking a hovering table like we did just a minute ago. Take your right foot and kick it to the left. Kick through. Now right leg into a down dog, fire hydrant. Left hand down, swing your right leg to the side as high as you can outside of the hip. So it's lateral, not a split. We're gonna kick through to the left, side leg lift to the right. Now your option is to jump here. Try that. Kick through to the left, left hand down, jump with the abduction. One more time. Kick through, abducted leg swing. Now it's a right toe tap. Your right foot comes from your fire hydrant and tries to touch your pinky or your wrist. Try a couple of those. From the side to the wrist, to the side. This time, when you tap your wrist, stay there. Lean into the left hand and step all the way around to Skandasana to the left. Now, I'm not mirroring you here. You're facing the left side of your mat, and you're gonna meet me in Skandasana. Some sneaky cardio there. All right, you have some options with your Skandasana. Does it wanna be a toe stand on the tippy toe? Are you able to release your heel? Maybe you can sit and lift, that same shifting of balance. The weight of your shoulders can pull you forward if your ankle mobility is there. Either way, we're gonna lift and turn to the back of your mat for side angle. Lift out of the right leg, turn your left toes behind you, and side angle. All right, take some breaths here. As you roll your shoulders to stack, you can make that forearm little training wheel here, or we're gonna really root into the core and into our feet and swing your left arm up as well. Bend into that left knee. So I'm not mirroring you on this part. Sweeping to the front of your mat. You're gonna turn all 10 toes forward. Come off the back heel and keep straight legs. Almost like you're trying to peek out over your mat, over the top of your mat. We're gonna fold it. You can soften your right knee, but they're mostly straight. Feel the core, hold you into that hover. Now sweep your arms behind your head and take a gentle tilt back. Back bend, squeeze your left glute. Lift your heart. Back to the fold. This time we'll bind our hands behind our back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Just a little warrior three. Take off, tilt forward, and come right back down. We're gonna lower the left knee until you're kneeling. Now fold your head over your front knee and lift your arms almost like a kneeling, humble warrior. Lift into a back bend. And we'll squeeze our shoulder blades, lift our chest. You could stay neutral, or you could really try to drop the head back. Little wobbly. And back up to neutral. Whew. All right, back to the warrior three. Tilt forward. Maybe it's a little more like an airplane. Can you lower your head and heart and reach your toes and arms up? Then release hands. Pull the knee into the chest and grab your shin so you can lift to one-legged Tadasana like we did way back in the warm-up. From here, right arm's gonna swing under the left knee. Left arm stretches back. Standing balance, modified. Next time we hit it, you could do a straight knee. And here comes that swinging into revolved half moon. Left leg swings back, left hand swings down. And it's a great place for a block, so if you do want to gather one up, feel free. Left hand down, right arm up, and left foot is pressing back behind you. Fight for it if you're falling, and see if you can get it back. Scissor those inner thighs. Twist your shoulders, square your hips. Now, back up to twisting lunge. Left toes, left hand hops back inside the right leg. Hug the knee to the midline, spin the hip away. And continue to breathe. We don't have to take a full bind, but I'm going to suggest right hand behind back, and then left arm just hooks over. So it's not actually a bind, but you have these points of leverage that can help spiral you into a deeper twist. One more breath here. Keep your right hand where it is and lift your left arm for exalted twisting lunge. Try to puff your heart up, reach back. Finally, unravel to warrior two. Lower your heels, spin your right arm forward. And that is our big class flow today. Try to not let your knee cave in. Try to pull your arms out just for fun. Let's lift and lower for 3. Straight knees, arms up for 2. Straight, and we're going to go through vinyasa. Warrior 2, low lunge plank, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, upward facing dog or cobra, and meet me in downward facing dog. Connect to the breath in your down dog, or if you prefer, take a few breaths in child's pose. You can stretch out your wrists, your shoulders. You could even come into kneeling, release the neck a little bit. Beautiful. Maybe move that block, and we will start the flow in our child's pose to snakes. So if you want to meet me in child's pose or in that kneeling position for a little recovery time, a couple rounds of breath, wherever you are. And then we'll repeat on the left side. All right, meet me in your child's pose, and keep your arms extended out so we can do those snakes. Really try to use your upper body strength here. Look forward, hover your elbows, each piece of the face, neck, chest, and then belly. You can take your feet a little bit further apart and just do these cobra push-ups, using your arm strength and only going as high as it feels safe for you. Squeeze your glutes and press back to child's pose. Snake forward. Belly down, locust. Little pumps here. Lift lower. Lift lower, and then hold the last one. Squeeze. Up, 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 and press yourself back. Right, this one takes you into upward facing dog. Slither through and lift onto the either tops or bottom of your toes. Downward facing dog, connect here. Head heavy, shake out the neck, pedal. Sway those hips side to side, or even little hula hoop hips. All right, do we remember the flow? We come into that hovering table. This time we kick through to the left, to the right. Left foot kicks to the right. Hips are low. You could sit if you like, or you're hovering. Into the abducted fire hydrant. Squeeze your outer hip, lift the leg. Kick through. Down dog fire hydrant, leg lateral. And then you have the option to try to jump the lateral leg. Kick through, swing the leg and hop to the side and hop. Kick through, swing your leg lateral and jump. Now toe tap, wrist or pinky to abduction. Pinky or wrist, it's all about compression, squeezing your shoulders up towards the mat and your core so you can lift your hip flexor up and really compress and tap, toe tap as high as you can. On the last one, shift your weight into the right hand and pull the foot all the way around. Turning over your right shoulder, now you are in a left knee bent Skandasana. Play around with a heel drop, maybe a sit, and then maybe a toe stand variation. See what you got here. Toe stand or heel release or a combo or somewhere in between. Eventually, using that left leg strength to lift and straighten, turn your toes to the right and find your side angle to the back of your mat. Tuck your tailbone, root into those feet. Make that diagonal line, and if you feel like you could take your right arm up, make it active. Connect to the breath. We're taking a big spin to that hovering pyramid. Take all your toes forward. Come onto the ball of the back foot like you're peeking over your mat. Engage your core for the halfway fold balance. We're going to take our hands behind our head and make a little shelf for a back bend. Elbows wide, heart up. Oh, all the wobbles. Squeeze your right glutes. This time back to your fold. And we'll take a bind. Squeeze your shoulder blades, soften your left knee. Taking up into a warrior three balance. Bring your toes down and bend into your back knee. Then fold, kneeling, humble, lunge here. Arms up, head heavy. Lift up through the chest and take a back bend. Try to breathe into that. You could reach your fist towards your heel if you're really flexible there. Come back up to neutral. This time a little bit deeper into your warrior three. Turn it into an airplane. Heart and head low. Arms and toes high. Release your bind. Pull your right knee to your chest. Bind or grab onto the shin and lift to standing Tadasana. Straighten out your shoulders over your hips. Spine straightens out. Now left hand wraps under right knee. Right arm swings back. Standing balance. Twist. Hug your belly in. Look behind you. And we get to fall into revolved half moon. Right leg swings back. Right hand swings down. Good place for a block if you need it, or fingertips. Flex out those back toes and then work on stacking your shoulders. You can just look sideways or down. Really fight for it with the glutes and the hamstring strength, inner thigh adductors. Big step back to twisting lunge. Hug the knee in while peeling the hip back. Here are your options. Swing your left hand behind your back and hook your right arm over the knee, just for those points of contact to assist that twist. You don't have to bind there. Next time we hit it, you're welcome to try. Unravel your right arm and just lift up. Keep your left hand behind your back. Exalted twisting lunge. Feel that right hip flexor and quad. Puff the chest up and reach back. And we get to unravel again to warrior two. Heel drops, arms spin apart. Left forward, pull in opposition, bend a little deeper. 3 lifts and lowers. Into vinyasa, lift, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, and this one, lift, bend, cartwheel to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, and we are going to jump to the top of your mat. If you don't like to jump, walk it forward. Bend your knees and bounce, press into your fingers, look forward, lift your hips, and then pull your feet to your hands. Meet me in Uttanasana. Shake, shimmy, sway. Big breath. Halfway lift. And ragdoll. Fold, and we rise. Whew. All the way up. Give your body a nice little shake. It's a great place for a sip of water. Little time to walk around and recover. You can shake anything out. Arm circles, wrist circles, neck. Or drink some water. We're gonna move through that flow much faster and add the last piece of the flow. And always look out for the last year or so, I've been doing a just the flow, where we don't break anything down, we just dance out the whole entire flow from all of the sequencing, the warm up, the flow, into the last in one big right side, left side kind of yoga dance. So I will film that next, and then you don't have to take the whole class. If you just enjoyed the flow, you can just flow it out with me. All right, meet me in Tadasana, mountain pose. Top of your mat, feet can touch or stack under your hips. Open up the palms, anchor into the earth, tuck your tailbone, connect to the breath, close the eyes for a moment, or gaze down. Sun salutation flow, inhale to back bend. Press into the toes, squeeze your glutes, lift your chest, maybe drop your head. Swan, soft knees, flat back fold. Uttanasana to halfway lift, and then I'm going to have you bend your knees into this folding chair. Crouch down so your hands reach the mat. Lean into your hands and slide or hop the feet back, and you can flow. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. All right, we'll leave out the snakes and we'll just start at the table hover to kick through. Are you with me? Hover your table. Right foot kicks to the left, abduct, fire hydrant, down dog. The next two you can jump if you'd like. Kick through, jump, fire hydrant, hop. Kick through, fire hydrant, hop. Now right toes to the wrist for 3, to fire hydrant, to the wrist for 2. And on 1, step around, turn left, Skandasana. Toe stand or regular, moving right into your side angle to the back of your mat. Lift, strong legs. Turn your left toe side angle. Modified to reaching. Spin forward, hover off the back heel onto the toes and peek over your mat. Dip it, gently into a back bend, drop your heel, lift your heart. Back to the fold. This time take a bind. Soften your right knee, warrior 3. To kneeling, left knee lands lightly, fold low. Can you touch your forehead towards the mat? Lift into a back bend, maybe your hands find your heel. And neutral. Oh. Keep the bind for airplane just briefly. Head and heart low, toes high, arms up. One more time. Then let your hands fall. Swing your knee to your chest, catch the shin, and lift. Remember, you can modify your twist, or you can take a right-fingered yogi toe walk now, and take a straight leg standing twist. And a breath here. Falling into revolved half moon. Swing your left hand down, your left foot back. Twisting to your right, inhale. Step back into a twisting lunge. Exhale. Spiral your right hand behind your back and hug your left elbow and arm across. You could try to take a bind here, or just keep rotating to stack shoulder. I'll give you one more breath in case you took that bind. And then take your left arm up. Exalt your twisted lunge. Unravel. Warrior 2, we get to add that standing fire hydrant from the beginning. Bring your hands to your shin and leg raise. Take your left leg lateral. You could keep your hands there or swing your arms wide, maybe even catch the foot. Then we get to curtsy back to Shiva. Shiva squat. Left foot over to the right. Side stretch, you can grab your left wrist or take these arrow arms where we're reaching both arms to the right, swing your left hip forward. Take a breath there. Puff out through the left side body, maybe even bounce a few times. Pulse. All right, your right leg's gonna get tired, a little warning. We're gonna do some balances. Left ankle lifts and crosses over, figure four. Cross your ankle and sit. Back in your chair. Opening up through that left hip, external rotation. Now we have some other fun balances. I'm gonna try these little flamingo, kind of a bird of paradise variation. Grab your foot and step your foot on your quad. Pull your knee forward, okay? It's a little bit awkward, but it's gonna help us catch a bind. So, toes point forward, knee pulls in. Wrap your left arm inside your knee and your right arm behind your back. See if you can find your fingers. Release your foot and you're holding onto your shin, pure flamingo. Maybe try to rise, stacking your shoulders, standing. And then back to the folded, halfway fold, or dip low. And then we're gonna let go of the hands and come back to the crouching position we did way back in the warm-up. Now I'm sure your shin and calf are burning like mine, so you can pick up your foot and shake your ankle or circle it around. You have the option to do 3 standing splits or standing split and then try to hop into a little L handstand. Doesn't have to be a handstand, it can also be a tiny little hop. Here we go, hands and head low, kick the leg up, standing split, and crouch. Remember, you can do standing split, or now maybe you take some handstand hops. Standing split, or jump on the hands. And what you're gonna do, one more time. Crouch, standing split, or hop on the hands. And meet me in the crouched position again. We're gonna sit behind our left heel. Pull your left heel forward and sit, and lift the right leg up. This time, we are rolling into a Pilates abdominal exercise. If you feel like you want to scooch forward to stay on your mat, do that. Roll back. 3, 2, 1. Flex your toes towards your face. Now, you can use momentum to swing up. Leg forward, arms pull you, abs engage. Right foot is going to swing back to a mini pigeon or 2 45-degree external, internal rotated hips. Try to root into your sit bones. Try to bring your knees towards the ground. Sit tall. Big breath. Back to your abdominal roll. Swing your leg forward. Right leg forward. Roll with control. Stretch toes towards your face. Curl yourself up and pull the knee away. This time maybe you have a deeper hip stretch, 2 90-degree angles or 45s. Explore your hip rotations. Can you drop into your sit bones? Can you roll into your front knee? Just see what you got there depending on your hip mobility. One more time, swing the right leg forward. Abdominal roll takes you down slowly on the vertebrae. Stretch your toes towards your face. Rock yourself up, this time into pigeon. Maybe you try with no hands. Swing your toes back and then roll your hips forward. Or with your hands or adjust with your hands when you get there. Meet me in pigeon. Any variations are welcome. And more bendy options like mermaid bind or flipping your grip, or more relaxing options like folding into sleeping restorative pigeon. I'm going to give you a few breaths here. And remember, if you do want to work on anything throughout class, you always have that pause button. Just a few more shapes to make, then we'll do the other side and finish. Maybe it's a little back bend. Meet me up We're swinging the right foot forward, and we're gonna go into side plank. Swing your right foot forward and your left hand back. Lift your hips. You can start on the left knee in a modified side plank. You're welcome to stay here, or you could hop up off the knee into a full side plank. Here is your option. Press into the left foot, lift your right knee, and try to step inside your thigh for a tree pose variation. Push into that shoulder, into your fingertips, lift your hips. Now slowly lower onto the side edge of the leg. Your hip and leg are gonna land, and we're going to unravel. Slowly bring your right foot and knee down, and we get to forward fold our tree, our seated tree. Let your right hip rotate out, your knee reaches towards the ground, and your chest and your gaze reach towards your toes. No judgment on where you are. Our last shape is going to take us into kneeling wild thing. Cartwheel your right hand back and lift onto your shin. Open up your chest. It's okay to be off your mat unless it's not comfortable, then get yourself back on. Come back through seated, and we did it. I'm gonna allow you to meet me in Tadasana any way you choose. Do you wanna roll through a vinyasa? Do you wanna just roll? Do you wanna come through Malasana and stand? Meet me up there, whatever you choose. Could be a half vinyasa, and then you can practice jumping forward, walking forward, or handstanding, toe tapping. What you got today? Meet me in that fold. I'm trying to baby my shoulder a little bit. It's been a little unhappy with me. Big breath in, big sigh out. Halfway lift to ragdoll all the way up to mountain pose. Here you get to break any stretches, bounces, shakes, water break, and we'll do that flow one more time. So I don't know if I told you guys, but my 80-pound dog yanked me, and I did this big face plant in the middle of the street. I got a bunch of road rash, like literally fell in the middle of the street on the ground. I thought I had just only got the road rash, but the next day my shoulder was very angry, so I got a little rotator cuff injury. It was a couple weeks ago now, so I'm getting better. I've been trying to really baby that shoulder, but today I'm feeling stronger, so hopefully I'm doing okay. All right, meet me back in Tadasana, mountain pose. Spread your toes, lift your heart, spread your fingers, root into the earth, grow into the sky. Let's flow. Inhale to back bend. Exhale, swan to Uttanasana, forward bend. On your halfway lift, bend your knees, plant your hands down, folding chair, tilt into your hands and jump back through your flow. So if you're wondering why my chaturangas are a little wonky today, that's why. Downward facing dog. Big breath in, and we repeat for the last time. Hover your table. We have the kick through left to the right. We have abduction, swing the leg lateral. Kick through. Here you can jump if you like. Lateral with a hop. Kick through, left leg to the right, either sit or hover. And fire hydrant down dog or swinging jump. Now toe taps, tap your left wrist, pop it out to the side. Tap your left wrist or pinky or mat, abduct. This one, tap and pull around. Skandasana, bending your left knee towards the top of your mat. Is it a toe stand? Is it a heel down? Lift out of whatever it is and spiral your right toes behind you. Side angle to the back. Root, active side angle. Stack your shoulders, ribs, and hips. Now swing your arms forward, bring your toes forward. Peek over the top of your mat, this little hovering pyramid. Lift your heart. We're gonna take your hands back, gently back bend. You can support your neck or not. Good, tilt back over. This time bind your hands. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Shift for a brief warrior 3 balance. Then bring your toes and bend both knees. Land on your right knee softly. Forward fold. Head low and heavy. Lift your heart. Take your fists towards your heel and back bend. Doesn't have to reach, of course. Oh, and I almost fell out of it. Come on up to neutral. This time airplane. Head low, heart low, arms, your hands and your toes high. Release your hands. Pull your right knee to your chest. Grab your shin and rise. Remember, you can do the bent knee standing twist again, or left fingers on right toes, yogi toe lock. Maybe it's a straight leg twist. One more breath. Spiral, swing, right leg back, right hand down. Revolved half moon. Did you catch that? Squeeze your glutes. Big step back, twisting lunge. And your left arm's gonna spiral behind your back. Right elbow and arm hook across. You are welcome to bind. If you are taking a bind, take your time and take a couple breaths. Otherwise, just work on that twist there with the points of leverage. Now exalt your twist. Right arm sweeps up. Reach your arm back and your chest up. Oh. Unravel to warrior 2. Heel lowers, arms pull apart. A little windmill. All right. We have fire hydrant. Swing your hands to your quad and your right leg out. You can keep that there, or you can reach your arms out as well. Airplane arms, fire hydrant leg. Lots of abduction today. Curtsy, Shiva squat. Right leg off to the left and side stretch, either bow and arrow or a gentle wrist pull. And then try to get a little pulses where you're puffing your right side of your body to the right and reaching your hands to the left. As you come out of it, take your right leg and sweep it around to a figure 4, ankle across, left quad, hip opens, knee opens, sit back, connect to the breath here. Remember, we have a few balances. Your left shin and calf are gonna get tired. Do your best. We're gonna take our foot and step on our quad, rotate, pull your knee forward, and soften your left knee as well. The more you hug your knee in, the more space you'll have when you go for this bind. Right shoulder inside, hand sweeps back, left arm around the back. See if your fingers can find each other. When they do, if you have it, your foot can slide off. You can stay low, you can try to stand, little flamingo, bird of paradise, something like that. Fold or dip low, and when you let go, come right into the crouching position. Oh, shake out your arms and meet me here with you're stepping on your left foot and you're sitting on your right heel, just like we did way back in the warm-up. And I know your calf is probably screaming. Feel free to flex, point, massage your leg here. We are just about done. Our last little piece, we get to go into some standing splits. Here we go, and heavy, toes up, kick, and crash, or it's a standing split into a handstand hop. What do you want to give me?
You don't have to be able to handstand, but if you do catch a moment, maybe you go with it, roll with it, squeeze, push the ground.
And then your last one, again, a split or a little hop off your left toes. Wow, so happy to be on my hands. I've been really resting my shoulder. All right, meet me back in the crouch position. We're gonna sit behind our right heel. So kind of sweep it forward and lift the left leg. If you don't have space behind you, go ahead and scooch forward so we get to do our abdominal roll. Allow your core to take over as you slow roll down the vertebrae. Now flex your toes towards your face. Active quad strength, lengthening the hamstrings. Take momentum, rock forward. Left knee is going to spiral back. And you'll meet me in this double stag leg mini pigeon. Maybe your fists touch here and you work on sit bones, knees. You can work on little folds and lift, whatever feels good. Left foot is going to spiral back. Hip flexor, quad strength, abdominal roll takes you down. Pull the foot towards your face. Tuck your chin and roll, swing up. Take that knee, spiral back. This one, maybe you try to open up to more of two 90-degree knees. And if you have tight hips like me, that might mean your right knee lifts off the ground. If you try to get your sit bones down, just explore that. Kind of rocking from your sit bone to your knee. I bet some of you can easily have both sit bones down and your knee down. Just see what's there for you. Obviously no force, nothing should hurt. A slight feeling of discomfort if you can breathe through, and it's kind of that good stretch discomfort, not actual pain. All right, last one, take that left foot, swing it around. Abdominal roll back, squeeze slowly with those toes, and then flex them as you pull towards your face. Roll on up, squeeze and lift. Spiral to pigeon. You could try this without hands. And then maybe adjust with your hands. You have some time here to play around with mermaid bind, flipping your grip. I have a tutorial on that. I don't know if I'll ever flip my grip again. Now I'm scared of my shoulder. Could spiral those hips forward. Maybe it's a back bend, or a lovely option of a sleeping pigeon, restorative fold, and just breathing into that right hip, externally rotating, with any bouncing, wiggling, swaying, connecting to the breath. Make your way back up. Again, maybe it's a little bit of a back bend as you stack your shoulders. Squeeze your glutes and back. And neutral. All right, we're swinging our left foot forward and our right arm back for a kneeling side plank lift. You can stay here, or you're gonna step back and find a full side plank. Right foot either stagger, stacks, whatever you got. Eventually, trying to get into a knee lift and a tree side plank. Pressing into your inner thigh, pressing your shoulder down to lift your hips. Very slowly drop inch by inch to the side of your hip and leg. Can you balance here? And then slowly roll your heel down and your knee down and fold. Once both sit bones land, try to take that half tree fold. Whatever you can reach for, maybe you're just up here. It doesn't have to be fully down. And our very last shape in the flow is spiraling your left hand back and lifting your hips into that kneeling wild thing. It could be more of a side stretch or more of a back bend, whatever you have, whatever you're craving. Spiral back and sweep both feet forward. Last fold, just briefly. Stack. And abdominals take you down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Slow. Let's stay up with the shoulder blades off the mat. Can you lift to low boat? I snuck that in on you. We can do a rocking boat using your glutes, squeezing and relaxing, and then a side to side rock your boat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse crow for fun. Knees into armpits, hands on the ceiling, shoulder blades up, heels down. 3, 2, 1, and your happy baby. Grab your feet, drop your head. Whoo, rock it side to side. You are amazing. Did you make that flow with me? Are you up for anything else? I'm gonna leave you with some yogi's choice time. It could be some twists, some splits, some lotus in this inverted position or supine position. Whatever you have left in the tank. If you are just like, I'm feeling super strong right now and I want to do something more active, maybe hit a crow or a headstand. I'm going to try a quick supported headstand. I haven't done one in ages, so let's see what we got. Feel free to roll on up to Malasana and set yourself up into a crow pose, a headstand, or maybe you're staying on your back doing some shoulder stand or plow if you don't have a sensitive neck. All of these, the headstand, the plow and shoulder stand, have a healthy neck and try not to put extra weight, especially in the supported headstand. You can use a lot of shoulder strength, elbows under shoulders, push down, it's almost like a pinch up, and then never kind of flail into it. Use the strength of your upper body to float your legs up. What are you doing? Let me know what you picked. Or are you in Shavasana right now? I barely have weight on my head. If I am in a headstand, you can always play with some leg shapes. Stag, tuck. However you want to get down, it could be through a Malasana again, or kneeling, child's pose, or if you want to bring your hands out and catch your feet in chaturanga, you would carefully swap one hand at a time, hike your legs down, and pop back. All right, yeah, my shoulder's not loving that, so I am gonna find you in Shavasana. Oh, my big windows. I wish I could have filmed towards the windows, but it just makes me too washed out. One day I will. I want you to arrive in your space. Did you pause and do some extra work, or are you with me here? Finding your pose of rest, just as important as all the hard work. Take the time to rest. Rest is productive. Allow everything to melt, surrender, so you can reap the benefits of the practice. Find that stillness of mind and body. And I am going to leave you here today. I would love it if you dropped a pink heart in the comments so I know that you made it to the end and I can thank you personally. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I'd love to hear from you, and those little things like a like, a share, making sure you're subscribed go a long way to help my channel grow. Thank you so much. The light in me honors the light in you. I will see you in the next one, and look out for just the flow.